Hi, my name is Jocelyn Haddad. This is probably like the 50th take that I've done because I keep laughing at myself. So please try and bear with me. Um, so the prompt that I picked was the difference between a direct democracy and a representative democracy. I found it really interesting that we actually have both in the United States. In the government, we use a representative democracy, but in smaller towns and organizations themselves, they use direct democracies. So a direct democracy is where citizens vote directly on laws and policies. This would mean that a person themselves would have more like sway on a vote. But one of the problems in this was that James Madison, one of the founders of a direct democracy, um, found that majority votes could easily overthrow minority votes because obviously in a majority there's way more votes in people um, than a minority. Um, and then in our book, We the People, on page 8, I found this information that says, however, founders like James Madison were concerned that in a direct democracy, the majority could trample over the rights of the minority. So the founders were focused on creating a democracy based on the principle of majority rule with minority rights. So then moving on to a representative democracy, this is where citizens would vote on representatives in the legislation to decide on laws and policies. So the citizens wouldn't be directly voting in the legislation, sorry. Um, and this is more used in like larger governmental things, like this is what we use for the presidential election. Here's my schedule, such as very provide. So political parties play a crucial role in representative democracies because they organize um like candidates for each party. So Democrats would vote for a Democrat to be in the legislation, and Republicans would vote for Republicans. So then all the Republicans would more than likely be voting for one Republican that would suit all of their needs that they would want in the government, and then same thing for Democrats. And this would mean that each person directly would have less power, say power over the votes. So that was me explaining the difference between a direct and a representative democracy.